All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings taught Joachim out there, who pushing his word with truth and sincerity, and as well as tell you believers out there who believe on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson. It should be a fairly quick lesson, something that just hit my spirit, as I was sitting here. Sometimes as we in this world, especially, those of us who in the know, granted, everybody who in the world, they going through hard times, they have thoughts that trouble them, they got things that piss them off as well, but even more so us, and the reason I say that is because we know how the world's supposed to be ran. We know how day-to-day society is supposed to be, and is the total opposite from it. So, just being here in a wicked society, having the righteousness and understanding the will of the Lord, it is hard. And sometimes we do get overwhelmed. So like, trucks in the background. Sometimes we do get overwhelmed. Sometimes, we may get frustrated, whether it be, it may be with ourselves at times, maybe with ourselves, that, we may want to work on some things and we ain't getting straight to it. You just mad at yourself, our family. Hey, maybe a wife, your children aggravating you, stressing you out, your job stressing you out, overwhelming you, so on and so forth. People in the world, you in traffic, it's hot, whatever it may be. But the thing is that what I was thinking about is how Yahweh Shai, often Yahweh Shai would separate himself, from the multitude of the people, from his disciples, and just go pray. You see? And just go pray. And that's what I was kind of thinking about. Like, man, Yahweh Shai, he used praying as one of his strengths. You see, even in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he was weak, what he did, he left the disciples and went pray. You see? And went pray, man. Because that's the comfort right there. You see, that's the comfort right there as we, again, amongst these people, man. Because think about it. Once we put up that prayer to the Lord, it's a comfort in that because we know this power control all things. And if we serve in him, he can grant us unto whatever we ask him, man. And you got a wholehearted believe that as a believer, that our power is willing and able to do anything, man. Of course, as the scripture say, according to his will. But the Lord, there ain't nothing hard for the Lord. You ask him to, strengthen your spirit for the day. Comfort your spirit, allow you to, get through your job at work, being amongst these Edomites. Even me, and I'm going to get some precepts in a few. I ain't really got too much as an impromptu. But even me at my job, now I got into the industry I'm in with zero experience, right? Zero experience. And the thing is that I get called into meetings, asked to do shit, with certain higher ups or, my boss. And the thing is, before I go to meetings, I pray to the Lord, hey, Yahweh Shai Shai, give me wisdom to speak the worldly wisdom amongst these people. Whatever they ask me about this job, Lord, put in my spirit to know it. And when we, anyway, it'd be a successful meeting. I just say that, right? It'll be a successful meeting. I thank the Lord after for that. But the thing is, man, whatever we need, if you feeling overwhelmed, if you feeling stressed, man, go pray to your power, man. That's really, praying is a form of spiritual power. You talking to the God of heaven and earth. Come on, man. Let's get this real quick. Come on. So I just typed in on Google. Now, of course, I said Jesus, but Yahweh Shai. So I said Yahweh Shai went away and prayed. KJV, just to see what it pulled up. Now, this is the AI overview. It says the King James Version contains several passages about Yahweh Shai going away to pray, such as Mark 1:35, which states, and in the morning, rising up a great while before the day. And that's how I be feeling, bro. Like, I don't like to get up when the sun up. I feel like I'm already behind schedule. Matter of fact, so I was talking to my neighbor the other day, Mr. Mike, and he got a son, and his son about 20-something, 24, just had his first child. And he was pretty much telling his son, he was like, look, you need to get your ass up in the mornings. He was like, when you was standing here at my house, because his son was at his house, it's my neighbor, so we was all together, talking. But he was like, when you were standing at my house, who was the first one up? His son was like, you. And he was like, he said my government name. He was like, I always see him up 5, 6 in the morning, already outside, so on and so forth. And he was like, how you gonna be the leader of your house and you the last one to get up? And it hit my spirit like, man, because I never, even as a little kid, I always wanted to wake up first before look, this is before alarm, we ain't really have alarms like that, a phone alarm. But I used to want to wake up first before my brothers and sisters. Look, to either get on the game or get on the computer or get on MySpace or something. But the thing is, getting up early, man, start your day early before you even get a chance to stress out, before somebody even get a chance to offend you, before you even got to get in traffic and just be on side of people, man, before you got to go to work and deal with Edomites. Go wake up early, read, study, whatever it may be, but put them prayers up to the Lord so that your request could guide you throughout the day. Or the request you put up for the Lord, he can, grant that unto you throughout the day, man. But let's read on. It says, Mark 1:35, which states, and in the morning, rising up a great while before the day, he went out and departed into a solitary place, and there he prayed. Solitary, alone, isolated. It says existing alone. So Yahushua go into the woods, right into the mountains, and hide himself and have a one-on-one conversation with him and his father, man. Let's read on. It says, in other verses like Matthew 26:39 and Luke 6:12, it says, also describe him seeking out solitary places to pray, often for extended periods, to commune with the Most High. It says examples. We read Mark 1:35. Let's read Luke 6:12. It says, and it came to pass in those days that he went out into a mountain to pray and continued all night in prayer to the Most High. Think about Yahushua, man. This man prayed. He wouldn't just go and say, God, thank you for waking me up today. I just pray that no nigga try me today. A prayer of a person in the world. I pray you, bless me with rich. He ain't go there. No, Yahushua was a man who was stressed. He was going through a lot. He was troubled, man. He was afflicted, as it said in Isaiah 51. He, just like us, he knew he had a role and a lot that he had to fulfill. And he knew what righteousness was. And he was living in a world that was the opposite of it. You see, he had to go out and push the word against opposition. So, yes, he had to go let off steam by praying to his father. He had, because he couldn't, what is going to do? Start beating niggas up, right? Start cussing nigga out, start getting out of character and start getting outside of his lot? No, man. Just go pray and let the Lord handle it. A lot of shit that stress us in this world be other people. The thing is, what you going to do to them other people? And if you do something, you're going to jail. So just pray to the Lord and he going to take care of our, our light work for us, so to speak. That's just how, we should look at it. But it says, let's read another one. Matthew 26:39. And he went a little farther and fell on his face. Now, this was when he was weak, right? When he was weak and he was about to get crucified. Now, think about how he felt. He could have did anything he wanted to. Think about this. Yahushua, at the time he was about to get crucified, he could have did anything he wanted to. Guess what's the first thing that came to mind for him to do? Pray. Pray. And he did it, I think, 2 or 3 times. Pray. It says, and he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou will. Luke 5:16, and he withdrew himself into the wilderness and prayed, man. You see? And prayed. But let me see if I get another one. Anything you ask. This is John 14. And Yahushua, in spirit, he prayed a lot often. He prayed a lot, obviously, because he communed with his father. But in spirit, I believe he did it a lot to show us that superpower, man, that we should do it. Because he going to say this, what I'm about to read here. Because if it worked for him, look, when I prayed it, the Lord got me through it. My father got me through it. So y'all can pray and ask for anything. John 14:13, and whatsoever ye shall ask in my name. So now when we pray in that prayer in Bahashem, in the name of Yahushua, when I put my prayers up, whatever I got to say, put my Hebrew up, and I ended off Bahashem Yahushua, the water, the Yad, Tawab. That's it, in the name of Yahushua. In the name of He said it. He said it. So why wouldn't you do it? Come on, man. So John 14:13, and whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. And if you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it, man. You know, let me see. In all things, pray. And it's an impromptu, so I'm just kind of pulling some pre's. This Philippians 4 and verse 6, right? Philippians 4 and 6. It says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. Let me go to this chapter. Hold on, let me 4:16. I might get the NLT. This Philippians 4:16 NLT, it says, don't worry about anything. Going back to the point. Now we can end it with this. If you overwhelmed in this world, if you stressed out, right? If you mad, you know, so on and so forth, pray to the Lord. Lord, get these spirits off me. Lord, get these spirits from around me, right? Lord, get these people from, even that, when I'm at like a little work event or something, which I don't want to go, but sometimes you got to, I pray to you how, like some, I'll say I'm at my job, right? Getting some water, some coffee or something. And an eater might walk up trying to talk. In my mind, I'm shaking my head, smiling at him, but I'm like, Lord, get this dude out my face. You know, so I can finish listening to my video. And guess what? He'll be like, all right, man, well, you have a good one. Right. Put the prayer up to the Lord. Put the prayer up to, look, we don't just have to ask the Lord only though that's, the more reasonable request is spiritual things, but we can ask the Lord literally for anything, man, to get us through this world. You see, to get us through this world, whatever it may be. If you in a rush, and I'm just giving out random examples. You heard me getting the store, you ain't got no parking spots. Yeah, how about you open up a parking spot for me? I say these examples because it happened before. And he'll get you one right in the front on side the handicap. You see, but the point is just pray, man. If you stress, just pray. If you worry, just pray. You know? Philippians 4:16 and NLT. Don't worry about anything, because I say this. Once you get that off, it's like a stress gone, you know? It's like a reliever, a weight lifted off your shoulder, you know, because you got that request out to the Lord instead of just holding it in. And now you know it could be done. Philippians 4:16. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. And tell the Most High what you need and thank him for all he has done. That's it, man. And that's it. It says, and then you will experience the Most High's peace. See, once you pray, then you will experience the Most High peace. Then you will be at ease. It says, then you will experience the Most High's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live. And Mashiach Yahawashi. See, come on, man. So you can't get around it. Once you put that up, get that request off, that's a weight lifted off your shoulder. And then you go be at peace, because now you know you put it up to the Most High. And he could very well take care of it, man. But I'm going to end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Rachak Wadash. And with that, shalom.